Microphones. I brought some microphones in today. We've got 3 different microphones. I've got a lavalier, handheld, and a cardioid, otherwise known like as a shotgun mic. When we talk about microphones, we've got to talk about patterns. First of all, you've got Omni. And then you have cardioid. An Omni will pick up, if your microphone's here, will pick up all of the sound around you. Okay? If there are people here shuffling or people here talking, it'll pick them up and it'll pick up the speaker, all the ambient sounds. Cardioid will just pick up a pattern in front of the microphone. The way that microphones work, here we have the simplest and the oldest microphone style of microphones, a dynamic mic. It has a diaphragm. Here the sound waves come in, the diaphragm vibrates, goes up and down, moves a coil wire, which in turn hits a magnet, and then that just sends the waves to the amplifier, and that sends it out into space. Pretty easy. We don't really want to use that sort of microphone in any of our videos that we're making unless it's for you're pretending you're a reporter or something like that. Okay. This is a dynamic mic. It's a good mic. If you can get really close to it, it'll have really good signal. If you're going to be a newspaper reporter or a TV reporter, you can put it right in their face and that'll work. But once again, not the kind of mic that you're going to be using for doing your videos. Condenser. A condenser mic, you're going to have power supply. You're going to have some sort of battery in there. And then the battery will go to the plate. Once again, it's the same idea that you're going to have a diaphragm that's going to be vibrating because of the sound waves coming in. And then that will send the electronic impulses to your amplifier. The last kind of mic, very similar. Electric condenser. It's the same thing, only you're going to have this plate will be charged at the factory. It's still going to have some sort of power supply. The only one that doesn't have a power supply is the dynamic. And this is charged here. You're going to have other microphones too that we don't use in this class. Ribbon microphones, which are used in recording studios, are very sensitive, very expensive. You can't move them around because they can break really easily. And then you'll have these microphones are surface microphones you can put, and they'll pick up sound around. But with video, we're pretty much concerned with these two. And I thought I'd hook them up to see what they sound like. So, whoa. So here we have the lavalier. Has a good sound. It sounds, unfortunately, it sounds a little bit like you're inside of a box. Here you go. It's because it's got a little tiny pattern and it only picks up what's inside this little tiny box. It's not good for doing videos unless you're on a budget. You can certainly play with the sound in the computer. Usually big time movies and that, they'll use this other mic here. And they'll put this one on a They put this one on a fish pole. You've probably seen those dangling on movie sets or television sets. This has a very clear sound. It sounds way more natural. It picks up a little bit of the ambient sound too, so it doesn't sound so much like you're inside of a box. It needs to be just outside of the view of the camera. So that's this is called a supercardioid because it picks up kind of a heart-shaped pattern. Just to see, I thought we'd plug this one in too. And let me see, oh, here we go. Plug this one in, and does that sound like you're in the auditorium? Sounds like you're in the auditorium, right? It's not a real natural sound. It's kind of a booming sound. Like I say, it's good if you're a reporter and you're doing the news or something, but also not something you want to use. If I move it away from my face and try to talk, there's absolutely no sound on that. So there you go. Those are the different kind of